Sunglasses. What is it? Almost midnight, or is midnight? It is midnight. The midnight. What they call it? The Midnight Express, or the Wolfgang Jack. The Midnight. You know what it is? The Wolfman Midnight Special. It's the Midnight Special. I'm here. You can tell I'm not at home. What the hell is? That's the bed. It's not made. The maid didn't show up today. So what's that looking thing over there, man? That's that unmade bed. It don't matter to me. I'm just gonna climb in there in about an hour and pass out. Should sleep good because I had two 24-ounce beers over at Old Chicago. Funny thing was, it said they closed at 10. I left there at 11:30, and they were still hopping in there. So I guess if you're in there before 10, you can stay late. But I guess they closed the doors at 10. So it was a good one. But the bartender, her father was a searcher. And I got to get the link here and post it up in the chat. Where's my link? Studio, and stream, edit, recording default. Oh, invite guests. That's where I go. Copy. And then we go to chat. And hey, JK, how you doing? I had the chicken Alfredo over at Old Chicago and 2 beers. So I'm not wasted, but I do feel good. And I got to go. I'll go on the phone and I'll pin that to the top in case anybody wants to come in. Isn't that neat? That's what when I lost my phone in Yellowstone, they said, can you describe the lock screen? It looks like Picasso. That's a face. It's the Clovis Queen, I call her. This is a weird. The armrest on this chair, side to side. It's just, what the hell is that all about, man? Why? They didn't set the screws and lock them down, or what? I don't know. It's just, yeah. They screwed this chair's screwed up. Montana. It was 104 today driving down to the shoot. It was, and the shoot is in a barn. A barn, you can see light through the roof and stuff. And it was 104 outside, and inside the second floor of this barn, I was sweating. They had to give me towels to wipe my forehead, wipe your sweat off there. I told them, if I sweat more, my hair is going to look like crap. And I did it without the glasses. So I did it with this face. No, because I forgot to bring my clear glasses. And it said even if you brought those, they would have had you take them off. But, yeah, the producer, he's a real cool dude. And he doesn't speak German. So actually, I was thinking about it. It's like, that's 3 documentaries this year. I was in the New Yorker documentary. I was doing the shoot for, Jens was doing some shoots for his documentary. He didn't do the little clip thing like they do, And the funny thing was, I thought they were going to put the clip thing, in front of my face, but they had it over to the side, and it was to the camera that was doing the side view. So they switch from the front to the side, just one of them Hollywood things. But I was surprised. You know, I went down there and they had just got there and got set up and all. It wasn't you're the last one today. It's like you're the only one today, and we ain't gonna be there till 5 o'clock. But I think we were about the producer to come and got me. You know, one producer, she said, "Oh, it's about 30 minutes." But I guess he doesn't have a lead foot like her because it's about 45 minutes. And so, yeah, we didn't get started till like 5:30, and then we were done, 7:30 or 8. And I come back, and then I wanted to go get a beer. Oh, yeah, I was going to put that link, pin the link. A shoot. Yeah, a shoot like a television shoot. You know, Davio, like that. I got a picture of it, but I'm going to go and post this link first. Let me see, where's mine? Dun.
This is like Christmas.
Let me see, where is it? Oh, no. Notifications, no. It should be, yes, right there. And I got to kill the volume. Let me see, where is it? Here. And pin. No. Pin message. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, I got one picture. I took one picture of me in front of the cameras and the lights, and the lights are real bright, and camera moved a little bit, so the guy in the background's kind of blurry, but there was about 6 people there, and they hauled all these cameras and screens and all that up to the second floor. And I was wondering, why are they having me wait downstairs? Oh, because it was a lot hotter upstairs. They didn't want me sweating in this, so you know, they could have said, could have told me, we're going to have you wait downstairs. It's not that we're doing anything secret. It's that it's so hot, and we want to keep you looking good. That's not hard for me to do. I look good all the time, don't I? No Alec Baldwin shooting. No. Alec Baldwin wasn't there doing any shooting. You know, maybe he will do another shooting, but I think he might do another shooting with himself, because I think he's in deep doo-doo, because he said, no, bypass that. We don't need this. We don't need that. And he wanted to do it without all the safety checks. And if somebody hands you a gun and says, point it at him and pull the trigger, do you do it without opening it up and seeing what's inside it? You know, no. If you know, it's a movie set, whatever, fine. Yeah, it's supposed to be. But never trust a gun that someone hands you to be unloaded or loaded with blanks. Open it up and go, yep, those are blanks. Oh, that's not a blank. We better, who the fuck, and then you go, who the hell put this in here? So, you know, if you're going to do that, right? Hey, Davio. No Alec Baldwin shooting. How's your trip go? Yeah, the trip's doing pretty good. I feel good right now. I had 224. I had 48 ounces of beer. 48 ounces of beer in my gut. 40 ounces of beer. Burp one up. Always check my guns. Yeah, I didn't bring my gun. They wouldn't let me bring it on the plane. But the plane, I mean, the landing almost threw me into the lap of the guy next to me. If we weren't wearing seatbelts, I probably would have. The seatbelt is because, and then somebody made a comment, that wasn't bump. That was a little bumpy, but it wasn't rough. It's like, no, my camera has amazing stability. Amazing. Because I was like this and I couldn't even look at, cause I'm bouncing up and the plane bounced twice. And when we came down on the second bounce, we were a little sideways and it felt like it was going to roll, like, it's just amazing stability control in the Nikon P950. It's a super duper video camera is all it with extreme zoom. It's like the cameras they use on the football games, that they can zoom in and see the guy's face from 150 yards away. Take one down and pass it around. Yeah, look, good day out. I don't see anybody joining in. Ghost dancer not around. What was it? He did a ghost something. He did something about ghosts. Oh, dances with ghosts. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, it got very warm. I was sweating here, sweating on my neck, and it's like they finished up before the sweat came through my shirt. And I wore the green shirt because it was about Robert Rogers, my ancestor, Robert Rogers. Look at this. I got a little kitchen. Isn't that nice? The big stainless steel refrigerator and microwave. And I could live here. I could live in this. Would make me happy. And my sister has Jack. Jack's over at my sister staying with my sister. Odd too. Well, she lives with her son. Her son just has a basement room, and so she goes out and sleeps in her camper. But she leaves Jack in the room in the basement with her. She didn't bring him out. It's like, okay, well, I hope that he doesn't get out of control and they're being left alone. She probably brings her little dog with her, and so he'll just chill if nobody's there. He's not. But if I'm home and I'm up, he's like, I want out. Yeah, all night long. He wants out. I want out. I want out. So my sister picking me up at the airport tomorrow in Denver, and don't know if I told me after we landed. I was like one of the last. I was in the next to the last row 37 on a 737. A 737 row 37. I had 237. The two threes again. The face from space. So I was over at Old Chicago having dinner and a couple beers, and I was talking to the bartender about I asked her, I was telling her about the treasure hunt and Moses and stuff, and she said her father was an avid searcher, but I'd never seen him on any of the channels or any of the conversations. So I gave her one of my cards and I gave her a print of the Blaze and say, here, give that to your dad. Tell him you met Bill Gorman. He probably knows who I am. So, but that was nice. And let me see. Dogs and kids conspire. Where? Hey, Whoopi. Yep, just hanging out here in Missoula. And I went to I was going to show you the picture of from the shoot. Mm-hmm. And why wasn't still not okay? So there's that's I only took the one picture, And you can see the big TV camera thing right there on the tripod. There's one of the film crew. Producer was really nice. Associate producers. There was like 2 associate producers, and there was camera, sound guys. It's not like Jens doing the solo. They had me sit there. Okay, stand up a minute. We got to move the chair a little bit. And they move the chair, because they want you perfectly in focus and all that stuff. I'm watching glue dry. Yeah. Yeah. You see ass where? Where do you see ass, John? I found a cool rock. They seem to be everywhere. Yeah, once I show you and you look, yeah, they are everywhere, John. It's funny, as a producer, he did the one episode of The Universe, and wasn't that with Neil deGrasse Tyson, the other fake astronomer guy? He's no better than Stephen Hawking. And Stephen Hawking didn't know any. Before he became, he was cheating on his wife. He wasn't a very nice. Stephen Hawking wasn't the whatever happened to him. It was probably the karma got him. Mr. Bill's great teeth man took a while to get over the surgery. No, I only have the top ones in. I don't get the bottom ones until the 16th. So, and when I get the bottom ones, they'll see the bottom ones. I'm sure they'll show up. I tried them on. Man, it's like, I'm ready for Hollywood. It should look like a woman bending over. No, it was a guy. It was his legs, and the light was blurring out the top of his body. Somebody else said something about that too. About that, it's like, no, I see a guy wearing shorts and his legs there. I don't have those pictures on my camera. Went with my big Nikon, and I went to Fort Missoula this morning because I had all day. They didn't come pick me up till after 4:30. The guy was here like 4:45, and then it took 45 minutes to get there. But I went out to Fort Missoula, and they have some old trains. But one thing I was surprised to see there was they had a Case Eagle, one of the big ones. And the Case Eagle is old Abe, the Screaming Eagle, who I don't want that. I didn't want that. I want that button. Show me the pictures. I didn't do any. I forget. I go out and I like taking pictures. But this was at the shoot. He was at the shoot. And do you see the treasure in the safe? Okay. It's not there. That's why I flashed, because you'll never see it. But there was this cool flag. Oh, it's rotating on me. It was hanging there sideways. I'm trying to show it right side up. Put the picture sideways, but it was hanging there like that. That was cool. It was a lot like the old Abe flag. I think they borrowed that from old Abe's flag. The Screaming Eagle that I was just telling you about, the Case Eagle. That's a really cool flag. It's one of the 25th Battalion. And the other thing they had, this is Lewis and Clark this powder horn and box of things was supposedly belonged to Lewis and Clark. They added a couple other replicas, but the powder horn wasn't one that they said was a replica. And they had a little train and a barn. Little buildings, a little model train set of the, whatever, tunnels and trains. And that's a neat hobby. I don't think I'll ever become one of them model train hobbyists. I have a friend that was into that. And I tried to call this buddy of mine. Me and him had the same birthday and stuff. And the number you've called is disconnected. Oh, man. He's like 83 years old. So I'm hoping. Yeah. So I emailed his son. I said, "Is Bud okay? Your dad okay?" Because I tried calling and it says phone's disconnected. And that's really rude not to answer somebody trying to check on someone. Extremely rude. Good friend of mine. I took a bunch of pictures of that, and the Drummond train station. They had moved there from Drummond, Montana. And this water tower was probably a mile away. Figured I'd take a picture of that from there. You see the mountains in the background too. Took a bunch of pictures of some of the exhibits, and I went up in they have a Forest Service tower there. Those hobby trains are a ton of work. Yeah, I bet. You think, oh, this would be snapped. No, you keep adding to it and adding to it. Spiral pipes. This was one of the little museum buildings. And I took pictures from up in the tower. That's the bed in the tower. So I noticed the bed is up level with the windows. So if you're laying in bed, you wake up in the middle of the night, you go, oh, no fires, go back to sleep. See, I put the camera up to the window of the towers. I'm up on the fire watch tower. But it took like 8 pictures. 2 from the middle of each set of windows on each side. And that's from the tower looking down. And when I saw the tower, it's like, oh, that thing looks too rickety. They ain't gonna let nobody up there. And then I saw this girl walking up the stairs. I was like, oh, they do. But they don't want no more than 4 people in it. See there, you see the tower. That's the tower. The one in the background there. I went up there. It's just sitting on 4 big old poles. And John, you'll like this one. It was a steam-powered mill, steam wood mill, and they had the wood train. That's what the train was there. Look at the rollers for it there. They're just pieces of log, and they roll the wood right on those. Chicken dinner. That's what I had, chicken dinner. And there's why they had the Case Eagle there, because they got a case, that's some type of steam thing or something. I don't know. It's for running the saw, maybe. Yeah, that's a nice picture of that. Try the wheel. Look at that gear in there. Imagine having your finger in the gear when it goes through the other gear. Ooh. I kind of done that when I was working at Safeway on the Spice. There's the train. Or it's not a train. It's a tractor. It's not a steam train. It's a steam tractor. And those back wheels are just big strips of rubber from other tires screwed to it. That's a cool picture. There's more of the mill. When my boiler quit, I couldn't take a shower like I wanted to. Yeah, I've had a lot of days I couldn't take it. I don't have a shower in my RV. You go swim in the river or go to the community pool. And the thing I thought was neat, their little steam engine tractor, it had Willamette Iron Works, and that's in Oregon. I got to keep my voice a little lower because I don't know if anybody's in I don't think anybody's in the rooms next to me. That's that one's a train. That one is the train. The other one was a steam tractor. But this train I thought was unusual because the boiler thing was set to the left side of the train, and it was like not centered. There's the Case Eagle, Old Abe, the Screaming Eagle. My great-great-grandfather marched with Old Abe and played the fife for the Eagle. The Eagle loved to hear Yankee Doodle. So I had to get some pictures of the Case Eagle. Yeah. What? File contains no data. Okay. I think these are clouds in Colorado before I left. So, isn't that nice? We're just looking at the viewfinder on my camera. So. Yeah, that landing was rough. If I didn't have the seatbelt on, I would have ended up in the lap of the guy next to me, or so you hit like this, and the plane bounced, and so when it hit, the tires started, and the plane started to tilt. I don't know. It just kind of threw me up, and I was just holding the camera in the window still, but I was almost airborne in that airplane. I believe those old tractors, cool stuff. Oh, I love those old tractors. GeoNut, GN or GeoNut? GeoNuts. Yes. Yeah. You know why why you'd smell pinyon nuts? Because Moses was carved from pinyon pine. And if he was carved from pinyon pine, then he probably has pinyon nuts. Yeah. Can you hear that TV? It's a big room. It's got 2 windows. And I got the car they gave me. Check this out. Check out the car I'm driving here. It's
time to start fitting the new floor. I gotta say, this build really starting to come together. There's only a couple days left, just in the nick of time. So all we need to do here is just weld this in and bolt it down. Yeah, like weld this panel on. Yeah, just finish it up, finish it lit so we can fast it to a full man.
2022 Chrysler 300. That's what I'm buzzing around here with. I get to drive it. I guess I got to return it before it's 48 hours after I picked it up. So I yesterday, today, and I think I picked it up like 2:00, and my plane leaves at 2:30. So I've got to I got to get to the airport early anyhow. So I'll be sure and return it before the 48 hours that I checked it out rolls over. Dodge Mopar. Yeah. I don't. You know, first I had my foot on the gas pedal and went to hit the brake, and my toes are hanging on something under the dash because they engineer these cars for Chinese, Japanese people that only wear the biggest shoes a size 7. You know, they're not used to Americans with size 12, but that's a huge safety hazard. You're going to hit the brake and your foot hangs on the steering column underneath the dash, you know, they should have much more clearance under there for your feet. So I was gonna, share that video. I think I tagged the NTSB on it. It's like, tell them to fix this. Don't quit making cars like that. You know, you can take a car like that. You got a big foot, and you can go run that thing into a freaking telephone pole, and then you know, if you were injured, then you go after Chrysler for the engineering, because your foot, their engineering wasn't designed for a size 12 shoe to go from the gas to the brake. They're saying, we'll just pull your foot back and just tilt it more, and you know, don't have your foot up like that. It's like, no, you dumb shits. You don't engineer a car where there are things that can block your feet from getting to the brake pedal. It's highly dangerous, you know. What are they doing on that show? Be kind, drain the tank. Oh, they charge you for that. I haven't even used a quarter tank on it, but I want to fill it up before. I told my return it full. So when I leave here, I'm just going to fill it up and bring it back. The airport's like a mile down the road. I'm surprised you don't hear airplanes here. I'm up on the top floor of the hotel too. There's like 4 hotels in this little area. This town is really nice. And one thing I noticed about Missoula, there's a lot of good-looking women in this town. You know, that's a good thing if you're a guy. I ain't draining the tank. No. You return it full. Well, I wouldn't have to pay for it. The production company would. And I'm not, you know, I'm not out to rip them off or anything. But they did spend over $1,000 getting me up here and everything. And the car and the hotel and other work. You know, it's not the Solo Yen's documentary crew. All these people live up here. Their headquarters are here and stuff. I want to go by there tomorrow and do a selfie in front of them if they got a sign out front. Because I got to check out, and I don't have to return the car till like 1:30. My plane leaves at 2:30. I'm sure that the security checkpoint doesn't have a line of people like the oh my God. I'm like, where is the end of the line? You're walking and walking and walking and walking. You find the end of the line to go through security, and then you have to wait for that line to, hey, Bill, you close to my hometown, Big Fork, Flathead Lake. I am. Woody Bog. You're not Val, are you, Woody? Told the bartender, like Val Kilmer? Yeah, like Val Kilmer. Because she said her father was into the chase, into Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. If you are Woody, then I gave that girl a gift for you. But you're probably not. Nice. And I brought my art. I gave each of the production crew a print, and the associate producers prints. The guy that came and got me, he was real cool. When you're dealing with the Hollywood people, they don't talk politics at all, unless you make a quick joke. Like John Kerry and George Bush are my cousins. They're distant cousins, but they're cousins. Yeah. Okay. Well, take it easy, Whoopi. I'm not gonna stay up late either. I got up early this morning, but I went down to the museum and stuff, and I came back, and then I was like, I'm tired. I didn't sleep enough, so I went back I took a nap, like from 11 till 2 or something. I got a couple more hours sleep before I went and did my thing. I wanted to be bright-eyed and all that for it. And I didn't bring any herb with me, but supposedly it's all legal here, so there should be a store here, but I'm going home too soon. I'm not going to go spend some money on it and have to leave it behind. I'm sure there's plenty of people that like me to leave some behind with them. Fenn, you missed the G, Richard. That's GN. Yes, that's right. You got it right the second time. But the producers, I gave them Double Blazes bumper stickers, and I told them they're no good outside. I tried them. I tried my bumper sticker like on my car, and the New Mexico one and the Colorado one stuck good, but the Wyoming one, I drove into town and it was no longer on the back of my car. The Montana one, the edges rolled up on it. It's like, oh. So I think if I wanted to stick to the car, I gotta pull the backing off of it and spray it with some photo cement or something that'll make it all stick better. So they don't put enough glue on it. Hey, McQuaid, I hear you pissed off Josh. Oh my God. He makes up all these people, but we know McQuaid isn't made up. But who's that guy? I've talked to him in chat, or not on chat, on his channel. The guy, Dennis Quaid, just Quaid, not McQuaid. The guy that was in Independence Day that saved the world by flying his fighter plane into the space alien ship. Yeah, Josh. I mean, what did he? That one video. What? That video tells you right there. I have a big heart. He said, "It's like you have a big heart. Not when you're accusing people of fraud. You don't. Not when no, you don't go accusing people of fraud and then claim you got a big heart. Uh-huh. No, you're a big ass. That's what you got, a big ass, like somebody else we know." Yeah, yeah. You know, Lone Wolf. No place for the meek was Wolf Creek Pass. And the guy that made the Red Ryder BB gun, or had his name there, you know, Red Ryder guy that wrote Red Ryder. He had a book, The Secret of Wolf Canyon, which was right there, basically at the bottom of Wolf Creek Pass, where all the trucks fly off the edge of the cliff. Quaid, start the reactor. Start the reactor. It ain't my damn planet, monkey boy. John Lithgow. Buckaroo Banzai. John Parker fell down, hit his head, and now he's dead. He fell off the spaceship and landed on his head and died. He was a space alien. All these aliens, all of them, all the aliens, their first name was John. Faster than a speeding train. Oh, we're talking about man from Mass. The men from the wise men come from the east. The man from the east was Eric Sloan. Eric Sloan found it. Eric Sloan found it. Eric Sloan was probably a shy guy. Is there anything anybody got any reference on it? Was Eric Sloan a shy guy? I don't know. These glasses are all right. I need to get some different shapes because of glasses, other shape, because I was watching Falling Down, and it's basically these glasses but clear. You know, it's the same frame and all, but I think his weren't as rounded on the bottom or something. I have my reading glasses are like these, but they're flat across the bottom, and they don't have the little rivets in the front on the thing here. Wolf Creek, Pagosa Springs. Yeah, you can get prescription ski goggles that are one lens all the way across. Those might be interesting. Dave's not here. Dave who? Oh, Dave who? Yeah, Dave's not here. He's not here. He's on another planet, man. What was that noise? Oh. I know this car I'm driving. You're driving it, and all of a sudden you hear something go clunk in the back. Like 2 minutes after you get going, something in the back goes clunk. And I'm like, what the hell was that? But it's something inside it, or it locks the seatbelt. I don't know what the clunk was, but that would annoy me if I bought a new car and it did that every time going somewhere. Reminds me of the pilots who were rose-colored glasses. Oh yeah, rose-colored glasses. That's wonderful. Okay, so the rough landing, I was like one of the last. I was third to the last get off the plane. The last one off the plane was an unescorted minor. So, they're the last one to get off the plane, and he looked like my cousin. You know, my cousin's half Mexican, half white, and the guy looked just like my cousin. I could have told him, I bet your mother is Mexican and your father's white, because that's how my dad's brother and um, our babysitter. My dad's brother married our babysitter. He they went down to Mexico and got married. Reminds me of the pilots who were. Oh, so I got off the plane. The pilot was standing outside the cabin, outside her cabin. I said, "Oh, you were flying." Because it was a woman pilot. So I didn't say is that, but I guess, oh, you were flying is like, oh, you're the one that made that landing. I didn't mean it that way to her. But yeah, she's a tall, senior, gray-haired pilot lady flying the plane. And man, that ride bumpy coming out of Denver until we got to cruising altitude. It was like, and you feel like you're in the Baja 500. It reminds me of the pilots. And what's it saying? How that's what they need on here is there a timer? I'm looking all over the screen. Oh, there, 47 minutes. Okay, so it's 12:47. I know, because I started at midnight. Yep, 12:47. I was right. Pizza Hut trying to compete with Domino's. Yeah. Mountain time. Yeah, I'm still in mountain. I didn't change time zones. I went north, but I did notice, like down in Colorado, it's dark 7:30, 8 o'clock. It came up here and the sun's up after 9 o'clock. So that little bit, was it 10 degrees? The sun is still way up here in the northern hemisphere. So that's one nice thing about Montana, and this part. I know when I was in Quebec, Canada, the sun was up at 10:30 at night, and it set and it was back up at 1:30 in the morning or 2 in the morning. You closer you get to that Arctic Circle, the days just get extremely long. And that's, I think, why it was 104 degrees. They said they set a record. They had 5 days in a row that it was over 100 degrees, and it hasn't been that here since the 1930s, the last time. And where I was at in Colorado, it's like rain every. It's like we got Oregon's weather, and it's cooking hot in Oregon. But on the way down to the shoot today, it rained, and I said, Moses did that. I brought the rain like I did when I went to Yellowstone. Valley High. Oh. Well, I just want to come on for a little bit after that video shoot, the TV. They call it TV because they're producing shows for TV. They're not producing movies, so it's not a movie. I was working on Dan Fogelberg's house when Forrest flew over the mountain, and at the job site. Yeah, we're because I stayed in Dan Fogelberg's house. Is that the one in? Is that the one in Netherlands? He had a house in Netherlands that I stayed at. And the guy told me that's where he wrote, I'm here in Colorado, leader of the band. Mile High Denver. That's cool, Woody. Spam, 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 spam. Blanco Basin. Oh. Okay. You know, people like that have several houses. Oh, there too. Yeah, yeah. The house up on top of the hill in Netherlands. My first night in Colorado, I stayed there because I met somebody on the highway driving there, and they said, "Oh, come on up. You know, we'll get some beer and blah blah blah." Oh, some gay dude, I guess, and that's why it's like, no, that's why I don't know the dude no more. It's like, screw that, man. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I remember we had a Coach Boggs in high school. One of the students had pushed him in the pool with his hush puppies. That was the big deal because his hush puppies got wet. And we all got pulled into the principal's office so they could try and find out who did the push, who pushed him. And I wasn't going to tell on anybody. I was in the pool, so I didn't push him. There's nothing they could do to me for it. Yeah. Well, so I'm yawning and tired. I'm going to sleep good because I had a couple beers. And it's about time to sign off. Thank you all for watching. Crazy stuff going on with Street. The lawyer. I had nothing to do with this CPS thing, all of that. And she puts my name in the title of the freaking video. It's like, yeah, Street brought it up. We were talking about it, but I didn't. My opinions weren't, well, he told me it happened, so I kind of believe it probably did happen, but I don't have any proof of any of it. But Street has documents from the police department showing stuff. She said, I didn't contact CP. No, she contacted the police. Of course, that's what Street is showing. She did. So that's how lawyers will lie their way out of something. I didn't contact CPS. No, you contacted the police and they contacted CPS. So, yeah, we know how you lawyers lie with your half truth. Yeah. Thanks, Ricky, Woody. Yeah. And Woody, you're not Val, are you? You're not the bartender's father. Whatever, because that's the only person I know up in this area that knows anything about it. But I don't know who he is. Oh, there's a USB thing on the lamppost. I didn't bring any chargers. Like, I got the USB that plugs in. It's a Type C on both ends because the computer has a Type C. And then anytime you got straps and cables, they find a way to wrap themselves around each other. That's why I say fucking cables. They're mating. All right. Y'all take it easy. I will sign off. Oh, go to sleep. Tired. Adios. Where is it?